Hi, this is an AM-6154, actually an FAA amplifier that I've converted to 144 megahertz. As we look at some of the different controls in here, I'll zoom in and out. Pardon me for this being a jerky video, but this is the first one I've ever made and uploaded to YouTube. Anyway, it's got the typical controls, the power and a light for the power switch. 2 3-amp fuses. Pardon me, I should say the first fuse, this one here is 3 amp, and this one's 3 amp. That's for the filament and bias supply. The high voltage fuse up here, that's a 10 amp fuse, and a light that would indicate when the high voltage is on. That's the switch that would turn the high voltage on. This is a tune operate switch, which I have modified. When I switch it, when it's in the operate position, it's actually bypassed, the amplifier is bypassed, and my rig, the K3, whatever power output it would have, would be bypassed through the unit to my output antenna, in this case 6 watts. But when I tune it to the push the switch to the tune position, 12 volts is applied to the relays, controlled now via the push-to-talk jack on the back. To turn on high voltage, I flip on this switch, and by the way, you can flip on the switch anytime, but you won't get high voltage until a delay has occurred inside the unit. That would make sure the plate voltage is not applied to the tube before it's time. Now I'll just zip in here to take a look at the plate meter, and you can see that it's showing about 20. That's about 2,000 volts, a little over 2,000 volts applied to the plate right now. We can look at all the rest of the parameters on here, and I'll just move the knob at the bottom. This is current on the plate right now. That's a resting plate current. I've got it set for, so it's very, very little, just about 2 or 3 milliamps. Voltage on my screen is a 37. Now, you have to use kind of a conversion chart to figure out what 37 means in regards to this amplifier. In this particular case, 37, when I get that, this is with the unit, this is my voltage on the screen. It should be anywhere between 34 and 40. And that's about 340 volts. Voltage on the grid, it's a little bit more. Should be anywhere up there to, but when I key it, it should be anywhere up to 40 to 50. Right now it's about 42. Heater voltage, you can measure that. Fan, oven temperature, the exciter, key, forward, reverse, etc., etc., and voltage on the plate, and current on the plate, which like I said, is resting at 0. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and key this thing right now, and I'm going to leave it on current on the plate. When I do that, I've already taken the controls over here, and I'm moving over to the controls right now, and there are 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out to show you what they are. Sorry, I'm hitting the pen button here. Remember, like I said, this is new to me. I have got input coupling up here on the top left, input tuning down here. I've got a counter, and right now the counter is set at 140, which you can't see because of the knob right up here. And then I've got output coupling. I've adjusted these all right now for maximum output as shown on the watt meter. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this, key the unit right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to key it with 5 watts, 6 watts actually, from the K3. So here we go. And let me just zoom in on the meter one more time. Now we're on plate current. And then I'll tell you what the value is for plate current. So I'll put it in tune. High voltage is on. Switch is on, ready. Okay, we have 25 on the meter. 25 on the meter. I'll switch tune off. 25 on the meter means that I am getting approximately 480 milliamps of grid current. 480 milliamps of grid current. And my voltage on the plate, as you would suspect, would drop a little bit as I go ahead and apply it. I'm going to tune it again. And it does drop to about 1750 volts, so fairly good regulation. Put it back, flip my switch back to current on the plate. Now I'm going to zoom in on the watt meter here. I'm just going to go ahead and raise my, I've got this whole camera on a telescopic tripod, so I'm going to raise it up here so we can get the watt meter. And what I've got is a little dial meter, and I'm zooming in on it now. And I'm going to show you a couple different settings. First of all is I'll show you the exciter voltage. I'm going to flip the dial watt meter right now to the 15 watts forward position, and I'm going to hit, and I'm just going to bypass the amplifier, so it's going straight through. I'll hit tune, and I've got 7 watts right now, 7 watts on the meter. Okay, so I've got the 7 watts. I'll flip the switch up to 150 to 1.5K. 1.5K, and there's an indicator up here with the number 4 on it. That would be 400 watts. That's what I hope to achieve when I go ahead and do this. So once again, amplifier is now in the operate position. Relays engaged. Push to talk is engaged. I'll hit the tune button on the K3. Notice I've got 400 watts output right now at this particular point. Just absolutely beautiful. My reflected power is 0, by the way, since I have a dummy load in here, but it works absolutely perfect. I've been able to maintain this power level for 30 seconds, at least that's long as I've ever tried, when I'm running meteor scatter and do a 30-second time on, time off. But it works perfectly well. Doesn't matter if it's on CW or anything else. It just works like it should. That was just my call a couple of times, but works perfectly, and I don't have a problem with it. For anyone desiring an AM-6154, you can usually pick them up fairly cheap, between $300 and $400, and then it'll take about $25 worth of parts and about 5 hours of your time to go ahead and convert it. It operates off 115 volts AC, and by gosh, if you want an amplifier with only 7 watts input, that'll get you 400 watts out. This is the amplifier for you. 7 threes.